Hi, I'm Maya Alberta with Web 2.0.tv here at the AdTech conference in San Francisco. I'm here with Susan McDermott, the head of DMG World Media. Tell us about your responsibilities here and your role at AdTech.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you. Thank you guys for coming to the show. As SVP for DMG World Media, I oversee the digital marketing sector. So that's the AdTech shows and conferences, that's the iMedia summits, that's the CMO summits worldwide. So what that means here at the show is I oversee the team that runs AdTech. And I came on board last August.
Okay.
And we've changed it up a little bit. And we're really excited. It looks like a great show.
Absolutely. There's a ton of enthusiasm, great attendance. It's really a pleasure to be here. Tell us a little bit about how AdTech got started.
AdTech was started about 13 years ago. And DMG acquired it in 2005. And it's a great show. There's always a big expo hall. I think we have 275 exhibitors. And then we have about 10,000 people usually attend the show. And usually about 1,000 people at the conference. So what's really good is the show is rocking and it's kind of a sign San Francisco is back. The recession is over. There's a lot of business here. So I think we have almost 12,000 people registered. We have 1,400 people at the conference. As I said, 275 exhibitors. So, on some of our metrics, we're up 50%, 50% over last year. So it's a really strong show.
So elaborate on that. I know you've gone through some ups and downs, and what changes have you made this year that have helped you adapt to the shifting market?
Well, I come out of the digital marketing industry, and I've been in it for about 15 years, and I felt AdTech, a terrific show, had an opportunity to be kind of at the center of the ecosystem, and as a result, we needed to shift our focus a little bit on the expo and on the conference. So if I start on the expo, we wanted to attract some of the biggest top-tier companies to have a big presence, like big successful trade shows, and have the biggest players in their industry there supporting. So if you go in the expo, you'll see Miracle Mile, and you've got Google, AOL, Advertising.com, Facebook, LinkedIn, Axiom, ClickBooth,
everyone,
Casale. So we've got just across whether you're an ad network or your portal that has an ad network, or you're one of the biggest search players, analytics, Nielsen. So that's really cool. We have live theater on the expo floor. This is something we innovated in London and brought here from AdTech London, and there's 2 theaters, they're packed. People are loving it. They're getting kind of these hands-on live demos, which is cool. We have the LinkedIn Lounge, which is where people can go and kind of get a profile redo, makeover, and you can also link up with people when you register. You can find people you want to do business with, which is really cool.
There's a lot of innovation clearly going on, and you're touching on this, but tell me maybe in terms of your business philosophy, how you've kept at the forefront of the industry, how you've stayed ahead of the curve.
Wonderful question. We actually brought a board of some of the industry leaders together to serve for me as my board of governors, and they've been really influential. One of the things we launched in San Francisco for the first time is a thing called Innovation Alley. So we've chosen, I think it's like 15 or 20 of the most innovative companies in the space. We created a jury panel and said, here's who we think are the most innovative. What do you think? So they're all exhibiting, and that was an idea from Tom Benicare, CEO of AKQA. He was like, we come to the show for ideas of inspiration. Make it easy for me to find it. Okay. We also are launching a mobile app exchange where everyone who comes to the show can go and see demos of some of the most mobile apps on the market, and they're free to everybody who's attending. So we can get to them all, and we're getting packed people into those shows. So that's a couple of things we're doing to kind of stay at the forefront of how the industry is evolving and make it easy for people. You can be buying a portal, you can be looking at an app developer, or you can be finding your search partner.
There you go. So it sounds like innovation is a main theme here.
It's a big push.
Right.
And that's the Bay Area.
that's the Bay Area, and that's the advertising industry, and that's one of the things I'm hearing a lot on the floor here. It's kind of the coming together of the creative components of the advertising industry with the kind of business aspects. Can you speak at all to how you brought those two together into your business model?
Absolutely. So DMG, we know what our mission is. It's very clear. It's creating vibrant marketplaces. So it's bringing buyers and sellers together. And we've done a bunch of research, which is kind of funneled into our thinking. And 92% of the people who attended AdTech New York expect to do business with someone they met at AdTech that they wouldn't have done business
with. Can we, 92%?
92.
That is
so that's third-party research from Vivid, which is an expert in events, and we're like delighted.
That is great.
It's really cool. So one of the other big shifts we've made is we've always had terrific conferences.
Sure.
But as the industry's evolved, we need to keep the conferences moving and evolving as well.
Absolutely.
And so what we did this year is we have 10 marketing master tracks that are 2 to 3 hours. 5 of them are around brand marketing, 5 are around direct response. So the brand ones are social media, mobile media, online video. The direct response are around affiliate networks, ad networks, search, email. And it's a 2 or 3 hour session. There's a famous person leading it. There's data, there's case studies, and then we take people from the from the conference to the expo, and they get to go through, see the demos, see related companies. We have some amazing keynotes, which is a hallmark of any good show. We had 2 last-minute ads. Chris Anderson from Wired talking about iPad and how it's going to change the business.
Of course.
Lois Lemire is speaking, I think, a little later today. Founder of Seismic really is talking about your social map and how that all plays out. So some great, like the CMO of Levi's spoke this morning about social. Just, across the board, we looked within San Francisco at the top thinkers in the industry, and of course broadly.
Sure.
I just came off a really fun session, which was the Japan mobile advanced mobile marketing session. So a bunch of people came in from Japan, and they were demoing the work that people are doing in Japan, and it's like light years ahead of us.
Wow.
But they're like convinced we're on an elevator, and we're just going to skip some of the stages they went through with the smartphone and how people are changing their behavior. So that was pretty fun.
Sure, and that's a great segue into my final question, which is where do you see the industry going? What can we expect to see in the coming years?
I've been in digital now for about 15 years, and I think the show today is an example that it's all about innovation. Your point about creative.
Absolutely.
It's a great creative idea that touches the heart or drives a transaction, and it's delivered across a whole bunch of different devices and platforms. And the devices and platforms will keep changing, and so we need to keep learning about them. So our events are going to keep pushing that way.
Absolutely. Well, this is so exciting. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you for taking the time.
Thanks, Maya. Pleasure. Thank you.
Web 2.0.tv here at the AdTech Conference.